Listen, if you were with us earlier, just after the full-time whistle, you would have heard Guillaume Balaguer telling us that it had gotten testy and it had gotten loud in the tunnel post-game after the final whistle between Atletico and Manchester City. And footage has just emerged from the tunnel where you can see what was happening there. We're just going to play it in for you, and the guys can kind of react and let you know what they think of this.
Well, Thierry, you've played against Atletico Madrid before and those type of teams. Is this a normal occurrence? Because it always feels to me when you play against Atletico Madrid on the pitch, it always seems to end up in a fight. And does this happen? Is this common?
I never had that issue with Atletico Madrid when I was playing for Barcelona. It never happened. But that game reminds me, I don't know if you guys remember that, Valencia-Inter in the Champions League. I don't know if you remember when Zlatan was running and leaving the field. I don't know if you remember that tie. But no, I never had that issue with Atletico. But as you saw, it was always going to happen, unfortunately, and the Commission is going to have to deal with what we just saw here.
Let's take you out to Guillaume Balaguer, who was in the tunnel over there in Madrid. I guess we're just interested in your reaction to what we're seeing as well, Guillaume, and what it's been like in the mix zone.
It sounded like what we've seen when we spoke earlier. It was first Savic exchanging words with Grealish, and then Brasilico going absolutely mental and throwing things around, I think even spitting. And we're not sure exactly against. It was Walker there involved in the other side. From the City point of view, they will tell you this is Atletico Madrid. From the Atletico point of view, what you hear actually is that, well, there's so many accusations about dark arts, about wasting time, about doing the wrong thing, and then you go and do it as well. So the tension was very obvious from the beginning. The managers controlled it in the preview to the game, but then it all went just crazy. So UEFA will take a note, of course, and will act on what happened on the pitch at the end of the game, and certainly what happened in the tunnel at the end.
Did Atletico players come out and give interviews to the press?
Yes, I spoke to Jano Black, who, after the first question, I think if I asked him about his son, he would have said, well, City wasted time, didn't they? Because they had it in them to actually say, you know, there is things that we don't like about what City does, but we, the only ones being accused of it. And when I spoke to not just him, but a couple of Atletico Madrid players that passed by as well, nobody was in the tunnel. And nobody really know what happened in that brawl on the pitch. It's normal, but you see the faces, you see who's done it, you see what has happened, and now it's for UEFA to act. The tension was so obvious, as we said earlier, that UEFA decided actually to calm things down and not allow the players to come to us as soon as the game finished. 10 minutes later, they all started coming, and even Pep Guardiola basically said, no comment. That was his comment.
Huh. All right.